We're standing in a buckwheat field. I will have to say that this is new to our farm. This is the first year I've actually grown it. And through the same logistic connection that I sell the food grade soybeans over in Asia, there's also a market for buckwheat, especially in Japan. Typically, our pasta here in America is made out of durum wheat, and over in Japan, they prefer pasta that's made out of buckwheat. So that ultimately is the market. So there's not a lot of buckwheat acres that are grown in the United States either, but there definitely is some in the northern tier, and then also into southern Canada and stuff. So, and then it'll get containerized right here in northern Minnesota and shipped out west to Washington or to Portland. So. And the benefit of buckwheat ultimately is it grows so thick and so heavy, and it uses such little fertilizer. So we want to talk a little bit about the environment again. I mean, ultimately we're raising crops. It's not just the conventional crops that use a lot of these nutrients. Buckwheat ultimately uses phosphate, but it also releases it back into the soil, a lot like soybeans do for nitrogen. So we put on very, very little, maybe 50 pounds of phosphate, and that's it. Ultimately, we don't spray it or anything because it grows such a nice, heavy, lush vegetation that it keeps the weed control down. So it's very good soil conditioner. It doesn't like wet feet, so grass seed likes wet feet, buckwheat doesn't. So you have to kind of pick and choose what land that you grow it on. Typically, I call it kind of the less productive soils, which again, as thick as it grows, is going to also help prevent some erosion too if you have a heavy rain or whatnot. But it likes sandier soils. It likes maybe a little bit more peaty or kind of a non-heavy loam, if you will. So it is a great rotation if you have some marginal ground.